Hello, my beautiful kings and queens. Thank you for pressing play on my video. Welcome back for another episode of Ray Talks. No, it's been a minute, but life happens. But I do hope, wish, and pray that everyone is remaining safe while we are still living through this life, which is COVID. Hoping everyone is maintaining and again remaining safe. So, this episode is about signs that you need to either LIG it, let it go, or things just aren't for you. So, I have four subjects that I have broke it down into. Sorry, I have a intruder. Can you get up my video, please? Can you go watch TV? I have my little notebook with my notes and stuff like that. Um, but my four groups will be based on your job, your relationship, your friendship, and business ideas and stuff of that nature. So, number one, job. So, for each one, I have four ideas, tips, or signs, if you will, that it's no longer for you, or you just need to let it go or walk away. So, for jobs, no particular order. Number one, if you're making more money at your side hustle than at your main job, it's probably time you just let that job go. You're just wasting your time. Yeah, it's no point. Maybe there's just some pocket change, or you just need this because this is more legitimate on paper. Maybe your side hustle isn't on paper, or isn't giving you what you need as far as insurance and retirement and stuff like that. Maybe you just need your main job to give you all the extra stuff. Number two, if you find yourself giving away more days, yeah, you just need to maybe it's time for you to just find another job because you just really, really don't like it. If out of 5 days you working two, like, and obviously you can maintain not working. You can maintain your bills, you can maintain your household, and still be okay if you can go down to 2 days or 3 days and still be fine because you just, bless you, hate being at work that much. And it's just really just tearing you down to the point where you just like, okay, I'd rather suffer financially than to just keep going. Like, you just need to let that job go. Three, if that job has no benefits, if that job has no 401k, no retirement, no pension, no insurance, nothing, let that go. Like, as adults, you need stability, and that's what you need. You can't keep working these jobs and they're not giving you that. Like, what's the point of working? Like, you need those things as an adult. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you work in a job and they're not giving you that, you need to find something else. And lastly, there's no room for growth. Like, if there's no way you can move up any type of ladder, no promotions available, no way to move around, learn new trades and tricks and things of that nature, then there's no point. There is no point of staying in a job and remaining stagnant. For me, I just think there's no point. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're just wasting time and energy and brain cells, and unless it's what you want. But for me personally, no. I just think that those are just for jobs for people who are at a certain point in their time in life where they're just like they've given all they've given in life, and they're just like, okay, I'm just bored. Okay, then that's just fine. If you're just bored with life and you just want a job for something to do, okay, that's fine. But yeah, so those are my 4 tips for that. Next is for relationships. So number 1, no form of trust or respect. If you are in a relationship and there is no form of respect or trust, let that go. If every time they tell you something and you have to second guess if they're telling you the truth or not, that is beyond unhealthy and you need to step away. Like, if they have lied to you so much and they tell you that your car is being stolen, and you have to think like, why would somebody steal my car? Versus jumping up because you just like halfway believe anything that they say, you really need to just go. Like, that's just really sad. Like, yeah. Hey. Bye. I have a parent. But yeah, like, if they don't respect you, then why even deal with someone like that? One, you need to respect yourself first. And to continue to entertain anyone who doesn't respect you, that's just like you not respecting yourself. So you just really need to remove yourself from that situation and just let it go. But yeah, just let that go. 2, if you don't see a future with that person, like if you don't have kids and you look at that person and really evaluate that person and you say, I can't have no kid by this person, my kid be jacked up, why are you with that person? Just cut it off. Like, just cut it off. If you look at that person and you start to doing some comparing and contrasting and you like, if I was to really marry this person, I don't even think it'll last 6 months to a year. Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Like, I just don't understand. Like, why continue to waste your time and energy? Just hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. But like I was saying, if you really cannot foresee yourself with that person, settling down, having children, it needs to be deuces to them. No more wasting time. Just no more. You don't get that time back in any shape, form, or matter. Let it go. And honestly, the more you waste your time with people that you do not see yourself with in the future, you are potentially affecting yourself in a way that is not healthy. You could be killing away good brain cells by dealing with certain people that isn't worth your time, effort, or mental capacity. And then by that, you're blocking your blessings. And blessings meaning the proper man or woman that's actually meant to be your man. Be your husband or be your wife. So yeah, just let that person go. 3, if there's no change or growth in your current relationship, if there's constant arguments and the arguments are over the same exact things, and the change lasts a week, 2 weeks, maybe even 3, and then it's the same, it go back to the same thing, then that just means that you two have outgrown each other, or you've outgrown that person, or maybe that person has even outgrown you. And it's just time for you to say, okay, I see ourselves going in two different directions, and it's just time to just say, hey, maybe we just need to be friends from this point forward. It doesn't always have to be hostile or negative. Sometimes just say, like, hey, we've done all we can do at this point, but it's run its course, and I'm just tired, and it's just not going anywhere. So we just need to just, either be friends or just be nothing at all. But there's no point in, people say, beating a dead horse. Just let it go. And then lastly, if one or two of the main reasons that you're in a relationship is either one, because you have a child or children with someone, or you feel that you've invested so much time that you feel like ending the relationship would just be too detrimental, then that you really just need to let that go. There's no reason to, one, if it is the children, you don't want to blame the children and by all means later have resentment for the children because you feel like you don't want to raise a child or children in two separate households. It is what it is. Me, I was not raised in a house with my actual father. However, God gave my mom someone else, and then I was brought in. I was raised in a two-parent household, so I didn't know any different. I still had a man in the house, and I was still able to see my actual father. So things still worked out. Like, you still can't have that mindset, like, oh, I don't want my child to grow without a man in the house, or it's some men who have their boys or even have their daughters to be like, well, I want them to have a mother, to grow with a mother in the house. Sometimes you need to separate yourself for God to put someone in its place to make everything okay. Like, you just have to just step out on faith. And if it's time, again, you don't get time back. You just don't. You just have to let that go and let that person go. And sometimes everyone needs a new start. So start over. It's okay to start over. I guarantee you will feel a lot better once you let that time of healing process. Guaranteed. Um, Next subject, friendships. Number one, if you realize that it is you putting in all the time, all the effort, all the time, then maybe it's time for you to let that friendship go. If you notice that it's you doing all the reaching out, making all the plans to go out somewhere, or doing all the checking up on and all that stuff, then maybe it's just not for you. Relationships in a friendship should be back and forth, should be 50-50. Keyword should. Now, you do have some friends that do a little bit more, and that's perfectly fine. But it still should be some back and forth. It should not be all on one person. One person should not be drained. And if you realize that it is you being drained and feel like you're being sucked dry, then maybe it's time for you to leave that relationship. It is what it is. Two, if you realize that the other friend only has time for you when it benefits them, it's time for you to probably leave that friendship. That's not a good friend. That's not a healthy friendship. Nothing about that is a thumbs up. Lord, my child is funny. No one should just be calling you to be their venting mechanism. No one should be calling you to be their ATM. No one should be calling you just to be their Uber or Lyft. No one should be calling you to be their soup kitchen. No one should be calling you to be their Kleenex and whatever else the case may be, or being your Dr. Phil or Oprah. Like, that's not how that works. Like, it should not be that. That's only bits and pieces of a good friendship. But if that's the only time, the main times that you hear from that person is because they're going through something and they need you to be that shoulder. No, no. Mm-mm. Lig it. Just lig it. Like, it's mm-mm. 3. If you realize that you are headed in 2 different directions, and that's in a way of, you notice that you have evolved, you've grown up, and the other person has remained stagnant. The same old person doing the same old things, in the same old drama, talking about the same old stuff. It's just time to just let it go. Like, your season has ended, and it's okay. They say, some people are in your life for a season, and sometimes you just need to realize that, hey, I just see our season is coming to an end, and it's perfectly okay. It does not have to be, again, hostile, mean, rude, or on bad terms. It could be like, hey, maybe we just need to drop off for a bit, and then later on down the line pick back up, and then things will be better. Sometimes some people just need to grow up a little bit and then play catch up in the growing up stage, and then once the other person catches up, then it's just like, okay, now we're both at the same grown up stage. In a sense, we can do things. We're both evolved as an adult, and we're matured equally or close enough to where you can tolerate that person again and appreciate the new person that they are, and it'll work out just fine. But again, if you're not about that same old drama, or you realize that life isn't about drinking, clubbing, smoking, or meeting guys all the time and all this and that, but that person still, hey, what you doing? You want to hit the club? La la la. And you just like, no, not this time, and they get mad or offensive about it, and it's just like, hey, that's not me. I kind of chill down from that, or hey, my work schedule, I'm tired. I can't do it no more. Like, we're just on 2 different pages now, and maybe it's just not working for us. But it's just fine. And lastly, lack of trust and understanding. I had to pause one at a time, because this boy of mine. I'm back. Lastly, lack of trust and understanding. And this comes when you have a friend who has multiple other friends, and you find it hard to tell this friend certain information because they have a habit of telling their other friends all your business. That's not a good friend at all. It's boundaries, and if they don't understand that it's boundaries, they're not a good friend at all. Like, this is it's not a good friend. And when it comes to understanding, if you can have a good conversation with that friend, and they can't understand your point of views, your thoughts, or if you're having issues with them, and instead of saying, okay, I can kind of see where you're coming from, and instead they kind of, you know, turn it into, well, what about what you did? Or I think you tripping, or it wasn't even like that, and you did, da da da, or trying to deflect it back onto you. It's not a good friend. I don't care what you say. It's not a good friend. They still lack the skills to listen. A good friend listens. That's what a friend does. They listen. And if they still manage to get defensive about how they make you feel as a person and as a friend, sister, they're not a friend. So, if any of these resonate with you about any type of friendships that you're having, hey, maybe it's time for you to let that friendship go. Maybe it's time for you to put that friendship on pause until that person can grow up. And even still, that person has to grow up, and hey, maybe it's meant for you to just let that go. It's time for you to put yourself first, and give yourself time to grow mentally, emotionally. Give yourself some stress relief, and maybe that person will give you all that and some. So, but lastly, the last one is business ideas. Now, everybody so up and down, they want to start their own business, and it's cool. It is, but some people do need to understand that it's okay to just be a customer. It's okay to just support some people. It's okay. But you got some people that just determined to just have their own business. And that's fine. However, number one, if you don't have the right mindsets, don't even do it. And when I say about having the right mindsets, if the main reason you're doing it is because everybody else doing it, nope. You're already starting off wrong. You're already starting off wrong. If you're not doing it because it's a passion, heart, anything, or you picking up after someone else, like it was a sister, aunt, or grandma, someone that was near and dear to you that was starting a business and couldn't finish it, so you want to pick it back up. It's a backstory. If it's none of that, and again, oh, everybody got their business, I'm about to start me one too. You already on the wrong foot, sis, sir. Yeah, no, just be a customer. Just be a customer. Or you can be someone's assistant and help them with ideas with their business. Have your own? Nah. No. No. Number two, if you have no real plan. And when I say plan, like you ain't drawing out nothing. You just talking. That's all you is, just talk. Like if you ain't written nothing down, no blueprints, if you don't got no idea about if you don't have no marketing skills, you don't have no plans about your targeted customers, audience, how you gonna market yourself, your product, where you gonna even get your product from, what type of business you gonna have. Again, if you just all talk, you be doing some talking for a while, again, maybe you just need to just help other people. Maybe that's just what your skill is, to help other people. But again, you alone? No. Nope. Number three, if you ain't even got no money, nah. You ain't even good with money management, period. Nah. Because if you can't manage your own money, then what you gonna do with the business money? What you gonna do with it? That money gonna be coming in. You're gonna be spending that, and then when it's come time to spend money to restock your product, guess what? It's gonna be gone because you didn't differentiate the business money from the profit money. Business gonna be closed before it even open good. Again, you can help somebody else set up their little stuff. You can help people set up appointments for their little business. Maybe even help people pick up, their products and all that. But again, starting your own. Lastly, if you are not business oriented, don't got a hustle bone gene in your body. I mean, if back in the day you wasn't slanging candy, chips, pop, juicy juice. If you wasn't selling the little Kool-Aid in the packs, in the Ziploc bags to the kids, none of that. Mm-mm. Nope. Find something else to do. Again, it's okay to just be a customer. It's okay. It is okay. It truly is. It's okay. I promise. Or, maybe you could just do a little something out the basement, out your kitchen, but trying to set up shop and do it. No. No. Nope. Don't dig yourself in a hole that you probably can't get yourself out of, because you want to be your own boss, set your own schedule, and that's fine. But again, we need some 9-to-5 workers in the world. We need them. It's called balance in the world. So, these are my tips for when you should just see these signs and red flags. So when you should just let things go. When things just aren't for you. Some may resonate, some may not. If you see some people going through some of these things, maybe you just need to tell them, hey, maybe you should just let that go. Maybe it's not for you. I don't know. But again, thank you for watching. If YouTube don't cut off my comments, please comment. I just realized that YouTube be cutting off your comments. Don't really know I know what it's about, but it's kind of stupid, but whatever. Because as much content that you can find and see on Twitter and TikTok, I don't know what they think they hiding from these kids, but okay. But again, please remain safe and love, peace, and hair grease, and I will see you again with another beautiful episode. Bye.